Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So we're discussing here, I think one of the last masail of this chapter, of this section, within this section is, you can have a lam. You can have what? A lam for ta'keed. We call it lam muzahalaqa. Okay? But what he's saying here, the lam muzahalaqa never comes on the first part. The lam muzahalaqa always comes on the last part. So basically, the lam muzahalaqa, you have inna something lam. That's basically what he's saying. You have inna something lam. Now this something can either be the ism, then the khabar, like a normal sentence, or with khabar muqaddam, you have khabar here, ism here, and have the lam here, or you can have the ism here, the lam here, the ma'mul, and then the khabar. You got it? The khabar. So basically the lam has to come basically after the first word. But obviously they don't do it so simple. They structure a bit differently. Okay? You following? وَيَجُوزُ دُخُولُ اللَّامِ عَلَى مَا تَأَخَّرَ من خبر إن المكسورة أو اسمها أو ما توسط من معمول الخبر أو الفصل. Lam can come on ما تأخر من خبر إن المكسورة. If you have إن المكسورة, not أن, whatever comes second, تأخر, whatever comes delayed, whatever second, it can come on that. Yes? Okay, so lam can come whatever comes second, i.e. the khabar or the ism, or whatever comes in the middle from the ma'mul of the khabar or the zamir al-fasl. Let me explain examples first. What do you have here? We have inna, one word, then lam. In this case, what's it coming on? Khabar. Yes? Second example, inna fi dhalika al-ibra. One word, then lam, and in this case, the second word is what? Ism mu'akhar. Yes? Then the next place we have is what? Inna zaydan li darsika sami'. Comes second word. So we have one word. Yes, the first word is there. Then we have lam, and this is what? What's darsika? Inna zaydan li darsika sami'. It's a maf'ul bihi of sami'. Yes, it's a ma'mul of.
So you're allowed to have lam on what is delayed.
What is delayed? And this is mean. You can have this is mean, mawsula. Mean is bayaniya.
Delayed.
So don't forget to do delayed translation after. You got the masala? Let's finish on the masala. One more masala is what? You have inna, the first word, then you have zamir al-fasl. You have lam al-ibtida here, lam muzahalaqa here. So a simple way of saying in English is what? That you can have on the second word that comes out, the second word in the jumla of inna, you can have what? Lam. But it's explained a bit differently. Okay? Right. Now what he's saying here, let's translate this. Now when you translate, we put the ma. What do you put? We put ma. And then we translate the ma with this, and this, and this. Or and this. Okay? So we can say here, lam, i.e. lam muzahalaqa, may come on the khabar or ism of inna. Because remember, ma is being explained by bayani, isn't it? So we're drawing the ma with the min. On the khabar or ism of inna. Yes? Yes? Or on the khabar or ism of inna, or what? Wait, okay, yeah. Okay. Which, what do you say here? Come on the latter. The latter of. Ta'akhara comes later. So the latter of the khabar or the ism of inna, or the.
Can you repeat that?
So lam may come on the khabar of inna, or the ism of inna, which comes of inna, which ta'akhara, which comes late, meaning what? Which comes late, or which comes what? Doesn't make sense. Which comes after, and after what? Let's put one word. After the other. If it's the ism, then the khabar the ism. Yes? After one word, we put like that. You get the meaning though? So whatever comes late, what can come late? Either the ism of the khabar of inna, or the ism of inna, which is muqaddam, ism muakhar, or yes, become on the khabar of ism, the khabar or ism of inna, which comes late, or the ma'mul of the khabar, or the ma'mul of the khabar, which tawassata, which comes what? Tawassata between what? Ism and khabar, or on a zamirul fasl. On a zamirul fasl. So we have a few things. What do you have here? You come on the ism, khabar, the ma'mul, or zamirul fasl. That's what he's saying here. So the ta'akhara, what's the second word? So between the ism and the khabar, whatever comes later, it can come on that. Yes? Or if there's a zamirul fasl, or if the ma'mul comes where? If the ma'mul comes, ma'mul, the khabar comes first. You understand? So we're going to summarize the examples again. So in this example, so again, simple rule in our basic language, you have one word. Yes, one slot. Yeah? After that one slot, what do we have? The lam. Lam comes here, lam comes here, lam comes here, lam comes here. Yes? And then after you either have the khabar, you have the ism mu'akhar, you have the ma'mul, or you have a zamirul fasl. Do you understand? Understood? Yes? Is that understood? Okay. Yeah, you sure? The text is a bit complicated. We said the masla is very simple masla. Yes? Okay. Now he's saying here, so here says وَيَجُوزُ, isn't it? But what he's saying here, وَيَجِبُ, sometimes you have to bring it. Sometimes you what? Sometimes you have to bring the lam ma'al mukhaffafa. What does mukhaffafa mean? When it's not in there, it becomes what? In. Yeah? So ma'al mukhaffafa, which mukhaffafa? In mukhaffafa. So if in mukhaffafa, sometimes you have to do what? Bring lam. And this lam is called what? Lam al-Fariqa. The lam which differentiates between what? In nafiya and inna. Not in nafiya and in mukhaffafa.
Yeah, for the previous one, what was it talking about?
When it's jaiz to bring it.
Okay.
So you can bring a lam, that's muzahnaqa. It's jaiz, you don't have to bring it. If you want to say, for example, if you want to talk about, say, inna zaydan qa'imun, inna zaydan laqimun. I can bring it if I want to, I don't have to bring it. I got a choice. But here you have to bring it. And the simple rule you have to remember here is, if there is a fear you may get confused, then you have to do what? You have to do what? Yeah. Let's say for example, so I'm going to meet you here in outside the mosque. Outside the mosque we're going to have, because we're a multicultural society, we have Africans, we have Asians, we have Indians, we have Americans, we have native, local, European Muslims, all types of Muslims. Yeah? So I'll meet outside the mosque. Yeah, you met somebody you never seen him before. You never seen him. Well, obviously you can send a picture now. It's different. Normally, say, well, I meet outside the mosque. You have to describe yourself in it. You have to wear like an orange hat. So you say, okay, I can see an orange hat. I'm wearing a white jubba. Yeah. Let's say, for example, I don't know. Let's say you go to China, or a place where there's no, like, there's just only those local people, and two Asians meet, or two Africans meet, or two Europeans, or two Arabs meet. As you see the guy from first, assalamu alaikum. Yep. You say, oh, I got a big nose or a small nose, I'm wearing a green hat, a blue hat, or yellow socks, or pink socks. As soon as he sees you, you know, oh, this is, because, you get what I'm saying? So this lam is basically the pink hat. Pink fluorescent hat, so everybody can notice. A pink fluorescent Mickey Mouse hat. So you can't miss that person. Yeah? Yeah? If you wear a pink fluorescent Mickey Mouse hat in Hajj, then everybody will say, oh, I know that's my group is right there. Seriously, if you go Hajj or something, then you go out and the people traveling. They have the flag. But if you got someone who's tall, give them a fluorescent hat. I mean, when you buy suitcases, don't buy a black suitcase. Buy like a suitcase with lots of flowers or like a weird. Every suitcase when you go to the airport, nobody's got al-Fariqa. Because everyone confused. You don't know if it's inna, you don't know if it's in nafia, you don't know whose suitcase is. You have to put what? A yellow belt or orange belt or a pink belt or something. That's a lam fariqa. That's a lam fariqa. So now we don't know if it's in mukhaffafa, we don't know if it's what? In nafia. So if you can get confused, then what do we do? If you get confused, what do we do? You bring lam. If you can't get confused, then what do? You don't have to bring lam. Inna zaydin qa'imun. Do I need lam here? Look at the example on the board here. Do I need lam here? Can this be in mukhaffafa? No, sorry. Can it be in nafia? Because inna, so it can't be nafia. In zaydan qa'imun. Do I need lam here? Why?
In nafia.
But does in nafia do amal?
No.
In nafia doesn't do amal. So if it does amal, that means what? It has to be what? It has to be in mukhaffafa of inna. So if it does amal, then what happens now? It's only because you know that the only reason this can be zaydan if this was inna. Do you get it? So now we know it's sorted. If I have here, in zaydun qa'imun. Do I need it here? No? Why not?
It can't be inna.
Huh?
It can't be inna.
It's not inna, but can it be in nafia? Can it be in mukhaffafa?
But the in you have to come with illa.
Not always. No, mukhaffafa have a choice. For which hand? In mukhaffafa can do amal or not do amal. So now here, which one is this going to be? It can be either. So if you put, well, this is going to be what? This one itself.
It could be the
This one right here. This has to be what?
inna.
Why? This can't be in.
It has to be the nafia.
This is nafia. And if you want to make it mukhaffafa, it has to be what?
Lam.
In zaydun laqa'imun. This means what?
Zayd is not standing.
Zayd is not standing. And this means what? Indeed he's standing. Yeah, extreme and expense, but that lam. So you have to bring the lam here. Here, if it's so as we say, ma'al mukhaffafa, that's mean if it's not mukhaffafa, you need to bring it. Because inna da is going to inna. So if you want to bring it, bring it for ta'keed. If you don't bring it, it doesn't matter. If it's in zayd, if it's uhmilat, if it's not uhmilat, if it's in amal, as soon as you have a mansub after it, you can't, the inna after it do amal. So if it's not uhmilat, where is it? It's amil. Then what happens then? You don't have to bring it because you know that this is mansub, this has to be in mukhaffafa. And if you have a place where وَلَمْ يَظْهَرِ الْمَعْنَى, the meaning is not obvious. Yes? Yes? If I say, for example,
And that one.
so in zaydun qa'imun, the meaning is not clear. Yeah? But if I say, for example, if I say, in do a very obvious statement that can never, like, you can't think of negative. Let's say, for example, I know you must say that, I'm confused what you said. In abi akbaru minni. Oh, say akbar, say asan. You might end up being fatter than me. Okay? Asan means what? Sinnun means?
Older.
Age. Asan, older. In abi asan minni. What does this mean? My father is not? Older than me. So what kind of logic is that? Yes? So the meaning is what? What's the meaning here? It's obvious, isn't it? It has to mean what? It has to mean what? Not or indeed?
Indeed.
So even though there's what? Even though there's no lam here, the meaning is obvious. Zahar al-ma'na. So the lam is only there basically to avoid confusion. So where there's it's not mukhaffafa, we know this is going to be in mukhaffafa. Inna, this is inna, definitely. If you have an amal, if you have amal, then you need to have lam. Because you know that what is mansub, that means it's inna mukhaffafa. If you have this scenario, here, in abil asanna minni, is what? Indeed, it can't be negative, it don't make sense. Yes, there's a poem given as an example, but I don't want to go to that poem, it's not that important for us. Here you have to bring it, because here, you can say, I don't know. Fahim dars? Say example, with this. In Abdullah, fahimun ya la fahimun?
Fahimun.
In Abdullah fahimun? Ya la fahimun?
La fahimun.
Ma fahim, in Abdullah fahimun.
You could say fahimun Come on, it's obvious.
It's obvious. Don't get too cheeky. Yes? In Muhammad fahimun yalla fahimun? Inshallah. Do you understand, Abdurrahman? In Abdurrahman? La fahimun. Yes? Everybody following? Muhammad? Ahmad? Okay. Yeah? Actually, let's make up names that people think are 100 from my class. Zubair? Saeed? Qasim? Asim? All ism fa'il. Nasir? Yeah? We'll make all these different names. I got some from the class. Yeah? Everybody knows. I thought I'd get in trouble with my giving dirty looks again today, but he didn't give me dirty looks. He laughed at my joke. Yes. Everybody understand? Everybody understand the masala? Okay? Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.